A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead, looking to make a big splash here tonight. Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Ingram the 3 with Barnes the 4. Quickly at point with Barrett by his side. They're the guards. And it's Pirtle in at the 5. And for Philadelphia, George and Embiid are up front. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. Well, Doris, the season is just getting underway. How together do you expect teams to be at this point?
Well, it depends, B.A. Are you experienced or are...
Toronto making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And the free throw, no good. The Raptors have a really interesting core, Doris. What do you think about it?
Well, obviously they are loaded with young, talented wings. Scotty Barnes, good scorer, excellent rebounder. R.J. Barrett, a little bit streaky as a shooter, but a dynamic scorer. And Brandon Ingram now, still all in their 20s. So which of these players really pops as their consistent star? Impressive, 5 straight makes. Love the play calling here.
Here's Johnson. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
But I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Pass to Oubre. Sinks it from distance. Oubre's got 5.
Yeah, their offense is really humming right now. They just can't miss.
They set a pick. Down low. And Ingram gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Edgecombe. In the game against Cleveland, very impressive. Pure from three-point range. Give him 8 points now.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Johnson passes to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
I'm not sure which was better, Pirtle's screen or his finish, but either way, nice execution in the roll.
Pass to Embiid. And the basket is good.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And here's Quickly. Back to Johnson. There's the 3. Drops in the 3.
Oh, that is an easy read for Mr. Quickly, simply finding the open man.
And it's Maxey missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Outside Oubre. Back to Maxey. Out to Oubre from behind the arc. Pirtle grabs a miss. Raptors trail by 5. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Tyrese Maxey trying to do it all for his team. He said, I think the biggest part is leadership. I need to lead by example and lead with my voice. I have to play well, and if I do that, I can demand respect with my play. But I really want to set a good example just by how hard I work. Back to me, Brian.
Great mentality. All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
Well, anytime Maxey gets off a 3, that's a good look for this squad.
Here's Johnson, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, the Sixers are one of the more high-variance teams in the league. With their star veterans in PG and Embiid fully healthy, they have a chance to win the East. Without, they'll need to lean heavily on their promising young players.
They are plenty talented. Thank you, Shams.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Johnson passes to Pirtle, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Joel Embiid.
It was dealing with the NBA's physical play that was Pirtle's biggest challenge when he came into the league, but he knows how to use his body now to get these calls.
Looking at who's out there now for Philadelphia. Paul George, he's checked in for Oubre, and Payne is subbed in for Tyrese Maxey.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Yeah, getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. The Sixers lead by 5. Outside Payne, pass to George. No good on the triple. Johnson passes to Ingram. Back to Johnson. Here's Murray Boyles. Now Johnson, guarded by Edwards. And here's Ingram outside. Gets the 3-ball to go. Ingram's got 9.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
What a performance for Tyrese Maxey. He has been the story for this. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Philadelphia.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Barnes is out there with Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Mark Williams. Then there's Johnson. And it's Gillespie in at the point.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Here's Johnson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. George finds Payne. Drummond, the screen on Williams. Shot clock at 5. Philadelphia needs to get off the shot. Good work there as it goes. Drummond's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Kick to the outside, heads-up play, cognizant of the entire floor.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Edgecombe, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Toronto also changing it up. Garrett Sevens checked in for Scotty Barnes. And it's Curry in for Gillespie. Here's Johnson. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
For Philadelphia, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Pass to Drummond. Yep, that one goes. Drummond's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Boy, slow start for him out of the gates, but you can feel that rhythm building.
So far, Grant, we've seen some encouraging intangibles from VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of Victor Oladipo or even a Dwayne Wade physically. Just an explosive athlete. And I love the way he uses that strength and quickness at the defensive end of the floor.
For 3, George. He buries it from 3. George has got 8.
Boy, nice job by Paul George to make himself available. Gets to his spot and gets it off quickly.
The kick out, Curry. Up top, Johnson. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Well, Doris, one of the highest compliments you'll hear about ball handlers is saying you can't speed them up.
That's exactly right, PA, because pressure against the best players doesn't bother them. In fact, the greatest players want more than one defender because then they know that puts their team at an advantage if they can make great decisions.
Embiid, he's checked in for the Sixers. Maxey comes in for Edwards. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Outside Maxey. Philadelphia moving it around. Drives the pass to Maxey. Nails it from 3. He's got 14.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
Here's Johnson. Philadelphia grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
And that night, they did a great job of executing their plays and creating mismatches.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
You know what? I like that play. Putting Ingram in a position to succeed.
George outside. Back to Maxey. 1:41 left in the first half. The shot off that time. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Oubre's checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in quickly.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
To the middle, Poeltl, and the dunk by Poeltl.
Well, I know he doesn't have to get too high to slam it home, but it doesn't take away from the force and the message sent on the dunk.
Maxey against Johnson. It's stolen by Barnes. George with a steal. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it.
And one of the reasons they're down right now is because they've fallen in love with a jump shot.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Toronto shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls. And Johnson drops them both.
Well, this is what we've come to expect from him, right? Excellence at the foul line.
Here's Maxey. No good. Unable to win this run.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And so it's Toronto closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We'll be back in a moment.
Howdy, folks. Time for halftime fun. Woohoo! Before we check out the action at hand, first order of business, the power rankings.
Taking a look at the Raptors, fresh out the gates, they've already established themselves as one of the teams to beat.
That is certainly reflected in their ranking here, a team to be reckoned with. Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Raptors.
They're doing a nice job of getting their feet wet in the paint. I like the aggression, powering it up and sending it down.
Hey, if you can get the ball in close, why settle? Invite the defense to stop it.
Thanks as always for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Maxey. Poeltl with a A screen on Maxey. From deep, Johnson hits the trifecta. Johnson's got 36 points.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Grimes. The kick out to Maxey. 4 on the clock. The Sixers with another miss.
Sometimes the game requires you to just keep at it, so he's got to be aggressive.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
ABA. The Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said, we still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something. BA, back to you.
It's all about health. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Time called here. The 76ers decide to talk it over. And here's a look now at who shot the ball the best during last season's campaign. 5th is Jakob Poeltl.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything, Greg.
Oh my, his growth both with his play, but also with his leadership has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together.
Here's Grimes. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Yeah, savvy move by Maxey, swiping the ball and getting it going the other way.
Back to Johnson. Barnes with a screen on Maxey. To the inside. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
A bit undersized, his hops make him a legit small ball 4.
And Maxey, here we go. There's the triple. Grimes' shot is off. Raptors lead by 23. Ingram on the wing. Back to Johnson. Pass to Poeltl. To the paint. Oubre with a steal. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Maxey, that's good.
He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
Johnson passes to Barnes. Now here's Quickly, covered by Grimes. And that one's good. Quickly.
That's a conversion inside by Emmanuel Quickly. Just a quick opportunity finish.
For 3, Maxey. Rebounded by Ingram. Here's Johnson. And so it's Toronto with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. More 2K action in just a moment. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. The perimeter filled up by Barrett and Ingram. Then there's Johnson, then it's Williams, and it's Murray Boyles in at the power forward position. Johnson with it, picked up by Embiid. Ingram, the pass to Johnson. Fires for 3, nails it from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 41.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see. They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Williams, a screen on Payne. Inside. And Williams punches it home.
Well, a great screen, and then he gets off it, rolls to the rim. Nice job by Mark Williams.
Here's Payne, and he converts the layup.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Toronto leading by 22. Down low, and he dunks it down.
Oh, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
Pass to Edwards. Back to Payne. Let's go with a 3. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. Edwards got 3 assists in the game.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line. I think everyone in here felt that dunk.
No question. That is a power-packed windmill jam. Wow. Outside Edwards. Back to Payne. From deep. Rebound by the Raptors. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game with the Nets. That's game 3 of 5 on their current trip away from home.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Grimes misses the 3. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Toronto. Lays it up and banks it in. Johnson's got 47 points.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
To the right side. Payne for 3. Rebound Toronto. Johnson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Embiid's got 5 rebounds in the game. And Edwards the bucket on the assist by Payne. Edwards has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, those are exactly the opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Williams with the screen. Oh, another one falls.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
Looking at who's out there now for Toronto. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Brandon Ingram, and Gillespie is subbed in for Barrett. Payne finds Oubre. Embiid a screen on Johnson. And here's Oubre from the arc. Sends it home from three-point land.
But he's got NBA range. There's no doubt about that. Oubre with 3 and D ability on the wing.
Murray Boyles. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And Oubre gets it to go.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Here's Johnson. Hits yet again. Wow!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Back to Maxey. George for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 8 rebounds in the game.
It's safe to say they have dominated.
Oh, connects again.
Oh, what a performance. Arguably the best in franchise history.
He's tied the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it, and it's Maxey missing.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes. He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. You know, Grant, with Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, and OG Anunoby all winning on new teams. So no problem for Toronto as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.